Thank you for joining us on The Verdict. If you like, you can call it the people's verdict. But this is the verdict according to the people of Nigeria. That is you and me. On this program, we talk about issues that affect you, Nigerians, Africans, and of course, citizens of the world. It doesn't matter where you are in Nigeria, anywhere in Africa, or any part of the world. But let me say something. We're going to start from the home stretch because charity, they say, begins at home. We're going to be starting with one major issue that is happening in Nigeria. Now, this week, we woke up to the reality of the inner circle of government in Nigeria. You might say it's not a big deal. Some people have read a whole lot on the internet. Some people have tried to cover it by saying, well, it's no big deal. This happens all of the time. Memos fly. People write memos. Ministers, commissioners write memos. But hey, we shouldn't sweep this under the carpet. It looks to me or some other people like the Buhari administration is a bit dysfunctional. When you read the memo sent to the president and was leaked 1 month after by the Minister of State, apparently the junior minister to the president, Ibe Kachikwu. Now, Ibe Kachikwu alleged in the memo that the group managing director, Maikanti Baru, is involved in some, well, he hasn't said that he stole money anyway, but he's undermining his position and authority as a minister supervising the parastatal, of course, the cash cow of Nigeria, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC. Maikanti Baru, the group managing director, awarded a whopping sum of $25 billion contract without due process. This is a whole lot. Now, that's not all. He has given several appointments. He has made some appointments without going through the board of NNPC. Of course, this is wrong. This is wrong, and in the spirit of the corporation, this is very wrong. But some people have said that the group managing director is talking directly to the Minister of Petroleum, that is President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, one thing that is very striking to me as a Nigerian is the fact that the Minister of State said something that, Mr. President, I have tried to see you several times, but I've not been able to see you. This is very indicting. This talks about something. How does the Buhari administration operate? If a minister in that administration, in this government, is finding it difficult to see his senior minister, let's even leave the fact that the man is a president, is supposed to be the minister, and your Minister of State can't even see you. And the man has done it. And don't forget that this letter was written over a month ago before it was leaked to the public. And up until this minute, well, except this afternoon, before coming into my studio here, that I heard that the minister and his senior minister, they are meeting, you know, behind closed doors, like they normally would tell us, journalists, that they are meeting behind closed doors. Now, what should be the verdict by Nigerians? Now, some people have said that the Minister of State for Petroleum, Ibe Kachikwu, should throw in the towel. That what is it looking for? What's it doing in this administration? Well, some people have of this another school of thought. Well, I believe, I want to share their views there, the feeling there, that the minister should not resign. Why should he resign? Some have been saying that there are some people who are like a cabal running Nigeria. I don't want to believe that. I believe that the minister should actually stay and confront the monsters. Now, I want to give it to you. What should be the verdict? What do you think is happening in President Muhammadu Buhari's administration? Don't forget that this is not the first time. It happened in the case of NHIS. The NHIS boss refusing to take orders from the Minister of Health. It also happened in the case of Amechi, the minister in charge of transport. So this has been happening. So what is going on in the Buhari administration? And a whole lot of people are saying that it's like something is wrong, something is not happening, something is just not right about the administration. So what should be the verdict? Should the president, as a matter of urgency, set up probe panel to investigate all the issues raised in this letter. Don't forget, Mr. President, the letter is in the public domain. All of us have read the content of the letter. So there's no, like, classified or a secret affair anymore. This particular memo sent to you is in the custody of everybody. What should the president do? I want to give you guys the opportunity. Of course, I'm going to respond to you because I want us to talk. This is about you. This is about us. This program, The Verdict, is about you giving your verdict on national issues. So what should the president do on this subject? And don't also forget that, well, I don't want to believe them. The People's Democratic Party has said that the president, indeed, the cabal, they knew about the $25 billion contract, that the proceeds from that particular contract will be used or is being kept for the second-term bid of President Muhammadu Buhari. Well, I don't know. It's an allegation. It's the PDP that said that. It's not me. Now, what do you think about all of this? Let's put everything together. Should the president fire the group managing director of NNPC for undermining the minister, for going all the way by appointing without due process, for going all the way awarding $25 billion contract without due process? What should the president do? Or the minister, should it throw in the towel and say, hey, I mean, technically, after all, Ibe Kachikwu has told us some time ago that he was losing money being a minister in Nigeria. So should he just throw in the towel and go back to his business without any blemish, or he should stay there? He has his own issue, and maybe on the next edition of the program, we're going to be talking about his own issues. Should he resign because of this, or should he stay on and confront the monster? Now, that's that. While you're, tweeting at me, or you're, commenting, and I'll be responding to you. Another issue that I want us to talk about on this program, and this edition of the program, which is a debut edition of the program, is about Madam Dezani Madueke. It looks as if oil is the issue in Nigeria. Now, during the era of former President Goodluck Jonathan, a whole lot of money was stolen from Nigeria. And of course, most part of this money was siphoned through Mrs. Madueke's office. Now, Madueke in London is standing trial. But this woman is saying that, hey, the Attorney General of Nigeria should bring me back to Nigeria. You should seek extradition. I want to come to Nigeria to stand trial for corruption. I woke up to this news and I was surprised. What is going on here? Why should somebody be begging to come and stand for trial in Nigeria? Well, I didn't really need to think too long before getting to know that, hey, Mrs. Madueke knew exactly what she was talking about. Nigeria, you can actually purchase your judgment. So my own verdict here is that Mrs. Madueke, stay in London, stay in the UK, wherever you are in the UK. Stay there, face your trial there. Once you're done there, come back to Nigeria. Perhaps the federal government might think of arraigning you in one of the Nigerian courts here. Well, that is if you have not, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to be expecting you people to send in your comments. Let us interact. I'm going to answer you for sure on this, the verdict. The program, again, is The Verdict. I'm going to be coming to you regularly on national issues. Trust me, I'll see you, and I'll expect your comment here on the program. Bye.